Hello, welcome to this edition of Park Happenings. Once again, I'm Waukegan Park Board President Marc Jones. Thrilled to be joining you all today for this edition. Normally, we focus our Park Happenings on our wonderful programs, parks, and facilities, but we're going to come from a different angle today. We thought it was important to take you, our viewers, into an inside look of how we fiscally impact our community, the way our budgets are established, and how we're able to do some of the things that we're able to provide you all under the budget guidelines that we have set out. So stay tuned. We'll be joined by a very special guest coming up next. See you guys. And we're back. As you can see, we're joined by our very special guest, Mr. Jon Beckmann. Jon, how you doing today, sir?
Good, man, it was hard to get in here. There's a line. I mean, it's just crazy, but I appreciate you having me here.
Absolutely. Park Happenings is the place to be, and Jon has very valuable information to share with you, our viewers. Jon is our Superintendent of Finance here at Waukegan Park District. Anything that regarding budgets or tax levies or anything fiscal, Jon, or as we like to call him, Johnny Finance, is on top of it. So we have Jon here today to give you all a little bit of insight into how we come up with what we do fiscally and how we impact the community. So Jon, how long have you been with the Park District, first of all?
Marc, I've been with it 7 years. I'm progressed through different positions, but now I'm the Superintendent of Finance. I also oversee golf operations at the golf course. So
okay. So what would you say has been the most fulfilling part of the job so far?
Well, what I want to announce today, I mean, I'm creating some community documents with the help of the Community Relations Department and just trying to educate the community what a gem we are in this community. So there's a couple documents I would like to talk about today that are new.
Absolutely. So Jon, let's start off first with how would you say that Waukegan Park District fiscally impacts this community?
We reinvest dollars back into the community all the time. That's our number one priority. We want to give back, make sure people have a safe atmosphere to work in and a safe atmosphere to play in, and also have some creative different parks out there. So we're very unique. We kind of set the standard across the state in this stuff.
Oh, absolutely. And to Jon's point, he's humble, but he was actually selected to provide trainings for other finance professionals within the state of Illinois. Yep. That's how good he is at his job. So, Jon, we saw a graphic recently when it was a dollar bill.
Yes.
And it illustrated our portion of each property tax dollar that we capture from the Waukegan residents. Yeah. Can you give us a little bit more of a breakdown of what that meant?
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're actually in 5 different townships of the Park District. Majority of it's Waukegan. We've got Warren, we got Libertyville, we got Benton, and then we got Newport. But we are 7% of the tax bill. And there's multiple different taxing bodies in the community. There's the city, there's the township, there's Lake County governments. So we all pay a portion of that. So we're 7% of the tax bill. So if you equate that to a dollar, we're 7 cents of a dollar that's going back into our, community's tool to help the community. But that equates to, about, if you have a tax bill of $5,000, you're giving us about $29 per month. So that's the cost of our membership at the field house. So that's a great value.
It's a fantastic value. And Jon, I just want to go back to something you said, which I think is so important. For every dollar, the Park District just captures 7 cents of that dollar that come out of the property taxes. So that value alone, when you break it down just in a singular way, is even more impactful than the $29, because on top of that, we're still able to provide scholarships. And so money is never a barrier when anyone wants to participate in any of our programs or any activities that we have.
Jay, our executive director, is big on free to low cost programs. We have avenues for everyone there. We've got our scholarship program and even financial aid if that's needed as well.
Okay. All right, good. All right, Jon, you alluded earlier that you had created some documents to kind of streamline the budget process. Why don't you give our viewers a little bit more information about what those documents are and how can they be most effective?
Yes. So there's 2 new documents. The one that I want to announce, which I believe we're the first park district in the state to do it ever, is the Budget in Brief, which is an 8-page document that summarizes our 300-page document. So they will get what's going on in a few, 8-page, document to reference it and, educate them on, what we're doing. I just want to thank, the College of DuPage and then especially the Village of Glencoe, their village manager, Phil, for looking at this information, and they've been doing it for a while, but I believe we are the first park district in the state to do it.
You hear that, Waukegan Park District residents? We are the first park district in the state to take a 300-page document, consolidate it into 8 pages, and John, along with the College of DuPage, was able to pull that fantastic feat together.
Yeah.
So thanks. So John, if someone had any questions about anything, whether it be tax levies, their tax dollars, anything financial, how is someone going to contact with you?
My direct line is 847-360-4715, or you can email me as well. That's on the information. More than willing to come to you. I go to other, facilities in the district and try to help them, understand the finances and what we do and how we empower the community to have a great place to live, work, and play.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
You stole my tagline.
Yeah.
but as John, I just again we as a board and can't thank John enough. He's come in just 2 short years and has really taken control and hold of the finance department. As you can see, we're always developing, we're always building, we're always adding classes. I was adding programs, and John made sure we stay under a tight budget and we're always fiscally responsible. Yes. So John, are there some last words you'd like to share with our viewers?
Yeah, just within the document, it talks about our debt capacity. We have no new debt capacity until 2029. We've got about 15.
What does that mean?
That means we can't issue new debt for new projects, that we have to use cash on hand basically to do all the things we're doing in the community, which we'll be able to do, but we have to do it fiscally responsible. Also in this document, the budget in a brief, it outlines the economic impact that the district brings along. The sports park and the field house alone bring in approximately $15 million to our community. So that's to the local businesses, the restaurant, the hotels, new tourism and stuff like that. And also within that document, there's a place about doing business with us. We like to hire local, and we like to, make sure we invest back into these, businesses. There's information to contact us within this document, and, we can get to our vendor bridging fair, or, we can talk to our park planner, Tim, and get on the list.
Now, you may have mentioned this, so I want to say again, are these documents available online for the public to view? And if so, where can they find them?
Yes, it's under our transparency portal, but it's underneath About, and then there's finances, and there's doing business with us. So those are the 2 areas that you'll find our property tax levies, our budget and appropriation ordinances. It goes on.
It goes on.
Yeah, but we put everything, like even our bills paid, up online too, so people can look at that if they want to.
We definitely operate under full transparency. So anything that we do, the way every dollar is spent, can be found online. As John indicated, go to waukeganparks.org under our
About section, and then you look for finances, and there's doing business with us as well. So,
there you go. Yeah. All right. And if anyone is inspired by John to have any other questions or any other follow-up, again, his information will be, can be found at waukeganparks.org.
Under contact us,
Correct. And John's a master at what he does, and we're very...
Not a master, but I'm passionate about our community and stuff like that, so I do try hard. But we have many people that do a lot of stuff here. So.
Like I said, John's humble. He's a master at what he does, but he also has a wonderful team that that works with him.
Teams are important.
And, teams are very important, but leadership is also important as well. So John, thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
We're fortunate to have you, ladies and gentlemen. Jon Beckmann, or as we call him, Johnny Finance.
All right, thank you.
That concludes this edition of Park Happenings. I hope you all received some valuable and useful information regarding our finance department and the way we conduct our business in a very fiscally responsible way. Again, any other questions, comments, concerns as it pertains to our finance, feel free to follow up with John, and he's very responsive and informative and get back with you. Lastly, I would like to extend an invitation to all of you to join us, if you can, Wednesday, June 26th at 2 p.m. at the new Rose Park, as we have our official groundbreaking. Some of you have driven past already and seen that construction has already begun, but we'll have our official groundbreaking Wednesday, June 26th at 2 p.m. And if you can't make it, don't worry. We're going to be debuting our very first edition of Park Happenings Live, which will be a Facebook Live streaming event from the actual groundbreaking. So even if you can't be there with us physically, get your laptop or your mobile device and you can still join us and be part of the event. So on that note, I'd like to thank all of you for joining John, myself, and everyone else in the Waukegan Park District as we work to make Waukegan a great place to live, work, and play.